Welcome into a Packers offensive breakdown of Week 9 against the Detroit Lions. Obviously, disappointing results boils down to lack of execution, sloppy play, and some questionable decisions both from coaches and players. However, the Packers did outgain the Lions 411 to 261 yards. They still lost by 10. So let's take a look at the offensive film. We're going to start with the lowlights first and then move into the positives after that. Starting out with the biggest takeaway from watching the film is the issue with drops today. Packers receivers, if your name wasn't Reed or Watson, you struggled. All right, Dobbs gets a ball there. Of course, it's tight man coverage. Hits him in the chest, but he drops it. Luckily, that is a first down. But of course, that is a first and long, right? Not just a first and 10. So trying to get back yardage early in those downs, and you're not able to do it because you're just dropping the ball. And we've got another third down situation later in the game. Ball gets snapped. Out to Kraft. Off the hands. Would have been a clear first down. Keep the drive moving. Potential touchdown on the board if he's able to get that first down. But instead, not able to convert there. Here we go. Got another third down. Got Wicks. Again, tight man coverage. There's contact right at the point of the catch. But again, I think he's using too much body here. All right. He's got to use those hands. Ball gets into his body. All right. Bounces off. Takes his eyes off of it because he's bracing for the contact and not able to catch it for the first down. Obviously upset with himself. But again, Packers just couldn't catch the ball today. That lack of execution making things difficult for the offense. And then this is going to be the last drop that will show this again. You know, that should be a touchdown here. Play action. Wicks is wide open here. All right. Good fake. Wicks up at the top of the screen in man coverage, just wide open. Jordan Love throws it right at him. A little bit behind him. Love was fairly inaccurate this game, to say the least, but we know he's got a habit of throwing behind receivers, and this is one that you can't miss. All right, Wicks, it hits him in the hands. Yet it's a tough catch because it is thrown behind you, but that's again another third down, and that would be a touchdown. So just lack of execution throughout the day. All right, one thing to point out as well is we've got Elgton Jenkins at center. And I'm only going to show one of these plays, but there are three occasions in this game where there's a bad snap that was either off center, too low, making it too difficult for the QB to get the ball. Wilson does an incredible job here to get, back to the line of scrimmage after this play. But three separate plays that killed drives because of bad snaps from Jenkins here filling in at center. And obviously, we know he's not the starting center, right? So he's filling in for Myers there, but still those mistakes add up. All right, now we're going to get into Love's decision making, and this one we're going to get a cover zero look essentially. All right, so we've got a couple blitzers that are coming off the edge. They're going to overload one side, and Reed is going to be probably the guy that you're going to want to throw to in this situation. And that's not what happens here. All right. So we can see the coverage. We've got essentially a 3-on-1 here. So that ball has to come out quick because Tom, he's got three rushers coming down, bearing on him. And this has to be recognized. Love has to see this. Reed, you can see his head already turning. He recognizes it. But if he just cuts in underneath, fills that grass, that's going to be at least a first down. So I think Reed, he's turned around. He's ready to get the ball. He's just heading straight up. Love a little bit too slow to recognize it. And then is going to throw that angle route to Chris Brooks. And again, a little bit behind. All right, if that's put in front of him, that is a touchdown as well. All right, so, I mean, Love does make the right decision here, based on how the play actually played out. All right, got this little angle route, set him up. You can see This defender is already off balance, right? Now you cut it back in. And if he catches this on the run, Reed does a good job of sealing the safety over the top, and Brooks should be walking in. But this is unfortunate that it's thrown behind again. And obviously Reed, gets pushed over here, but does a good job of sealing it. So it's a minimum of a first down, if not a touchdown if he brings that in. So got to catch him on the run. Just not a great throw by Love this game. And of course, this is the play that everyone was questioning. Not sure what's going on. The pick six, putting the offense in an even worse position. When you spot the defense with some points, it's not great. And I just don't know what he's doing in this situation. There's not much to break down. We've got Jacobs who's checking down, and I think he could probably get a little bit more width here. Right? He's already checked. He's already lost, right? Because this guy has been pushed into the line, so he doesn't need to fight back there. He doesn't need to make more contact. Instead, he could be an outlet for the QB. And this is just not a great decision here with Kirby Joseph right there, able to make that play. And it's questionable as well because earlier in the game, they ran a screen and they had a peel defender for Jacobs. So peel defender is essentially a guy on the edge. Whichever side Jacobs goes on, they're going to put a defender on him so he can't be an easy outlet. They did this on a screenplay earlier in the game. It was a good schematic play. So if you're going to have a peel defender on your outlet running back, and you've seen that earlier in the game, this decision just doesn't make much sense. All right, he's outside the tackle box here. I know he's got pressure bearing down on him, but Love has to do a better job of throwing that ball away, getting it out of these dangerous situations, and instead hurts his team with that pick six. And we'll end with the positives, of course. We've got Josh Jacobs, who had another great game. He had 7.3 yards per carry, and I do not know why he only got 13 carries in this game. He's just showing his ability to get yards there after contact and spinning out, able to get a first down on this play. Despite getting contacted behind the line of scrimmage, spins out, able to get extra yards for a first down. And you're going to have some more good vision here by Jacobs. Just a simple standard zone here to the right. A nice block by Jordan Morgan here. You've got a double team there to start and then reaching to the second level defender. And Jacobs is going to cut in right off his back and get up for another first down. So just excellent job there by both the offensive line and Josh Jacobs. And we're going to have one more play that we're going to look at with Josh Jacobs before we move on to some of the others who had decent games. And here we're going to have an explosive run by Jacobs. So you got a nice duo concept here. Wicks coming down, cracking on Branch. Kraft getting to the second level. And you can see that there's going to be some daylight here if he can get up and out. All right, so he gets through. Sims with a nice block there. And a nice huge run by Jacobs. So Jacobs, again, had 90 plus yards, 13 carries. I really question why they didn't just keep handing the ball off. So even Emmanuel Wilson had 7 yards per carry on the ground. So I think the game got a little bit too pass heavy, led to those drops, made it more difficult for the offense. Here we're going to have a good route by Watson. Watson had a pretty decent game. All right, he's going to get vertical here. He's using that speed, selling as if he's going vertical. And you can see here the DB's hips, he's already turned around facing the wrong direction. So if you get the DB's hips turned, right, it's going to be, he's got to do a speed turn if he wants to catch up on this out. So he's selling that vertical, but he's really going to break this out at the sticks, and he's going to get a first down on this. So that speed turn by the DB, you can see him lose his vision. Gives him enough space here as well. The route is nice because he goes beyond the sticks, which allows Love to throw the ball a little bit short of where his route was broken on. So then Watson can come back to the ball and shield the defender. And that's just a nice catch. Gets the feet down. A nice first down for the Packers. Here, the Packers are going to catch them in a cover 3 match. And Reed is just going to be coming wide open here. So they've got a base cover 3 that's on, but it's a match concept. So whatever man runs into your zone, that's who you're going to take. And here we've got Reed selling that vertical, and it's going to make it difficult for the defense. So now those two have to match up. So 12 has to match with 11 there. And when you're crossing that field, it's going to be very hard for him to plant and change direction here. And a just nice wide open catch there for Reed. Explosive play to put the Packers in good position. Next play, we're going to get a cover 1 look. So we're going to have a high safety here. He's going to become a robber as well down here, right? So he's going to try to play that middle hook zone. And a lot of the times, what the Packers offense they like to do is they like to take these one-on-one shots outside if you've got cover 1, right? Especially here, right? So you're going to have a little bit of a stutter release and then a glance by Romeo Doubs. But really, this entire route, based on the coverage, they know pre-snap that it's going to Reed. You're going to take a shot here, right? Because you're going to have this safety. That's going to confirm that it's cover 1, and he's rotating away. So if he's rotating away, you're going to take this slot fade all the time. All right, so this is what's going to happen here. Got the ball. Love, eyes downfield, watching the safety. He can see the rotation. He sees we've got man underneath all over here, right? You got a robber that's coming down. You've got a high safety, and he's rotating away, right? So if he's rotating that way, we want to throw it behind him. Reed does a good job fighting the hands off throughout the route. It's sticky man coverage, back shoulder. Probably one of the better throws of Love on this day, and able to convert for a big play down the field. And of course, we're going to finish off with Wilson here, just the final touchdown of the game. Obviously, the only touchdown of the game. Then there was a 2-point conversion afterwards, put it at 14. But Wilson does a nice job here, getting up inside, fighting through contact, getting into the end zone. Only Packers touchdown on the day, which was obviously a disappointment for this Packers offense. So just to kind of recap everything, these games happen, right? It's a frustrating game against a division leader, but you have to move on to the next game. As far as all the other games, obviously this was the Week 9 game. I've been working on catching up for all the games that I've missed. Obviously got bogged down with work and other things. So trying to catch up, and I'm going to get you tons of videos in the next few weeks, trying to get 2 videos per day, offense and defense, making up my ground in the next 7 days. So hopefully we're going to be back on schedule with the usual 2 videos a week. Not sure I'll be able to do the previews for all the games, but I will try to get the offense and defense at least for the rest of the games this season. So I appreciate you guys sticking around, and I will see you in the next video.